All right, let's talk about something big. Something so massive, so utterly idealistic, that just saying it out loud makes you sound like a children's television host who has had one too many juice boxes. I'm talking about ending war. All of it. Forever. Now, I can already hear you scoffing into your lukewarm coffee. Oh, brilliant, John. What's next? Teaching hamsters to file our taxes? Making cats genuinely care about our feelings? The entire history of humanity is basically a highlight reel of us finding newer, more efficient ways to violently disagree with each other. It's the one group project we've been working on since we figured out how to sharpen a stick. But hang on. Just because something has always been a certain way doesn't mean it has to stay that way forever. We used to think leeches were a legitimate medical treatment. We used to think dial-up internet was the peak of technological achievement. We used to think a grown man wearing Janko jeans was a perfectly acceptable choice. We were wrong. Gloriously, spectacularly wrong. And we moved on. Progress is simply the process of realizing our past selves were, frankly, a bit of an idiot. So why is the idea of global peace the one thing that would benefit literally everyone? The one idea we dismiss as a complete fantasy? The problem is that we've normalized war. It's a setting on the news, a genre of movie, a chapter in a history book. We see it as inevitable, like awkward small talk or pumpkin spice everything. But it's not a force of nature. It's a choice. A series of choices, actually. And if people can choose to start a war, people can also choose, collectively, to stop. Okay, so you need proof, a working model, I hear you. Well, look no further than the good old US of A. Yes, America, a country so united it spends most of its time arguing with itself on cable news. You have 50 states, each with its own laws, its own culture, and its own deeply weird regional food. California and Texas disagree on basically everything from environmental policy to what constitutes a decent burrito. And yet, despite the differences, when was the last time the governor of Florida declared war on Georgia over water rights or the proper way to cook grits? It doesn't happen, because they are all part of a larger federal system. The Californian Army doesn't roll tanks into Nevada, because there is no Californian Army. There's only the United States Army. States agreed to rules, essentially, thou shalt not invade thy neighbor, even if they're really, really annoying. They outsourced large-scale violence to a central authority. Massive disagreements, but with courts, federal laws, and a shared constitution to resolve them. And this isn't just an American phenomenon. Let's fly to Australia, the land where even the cute animals want to kill you. A federation of 6 states and a couple of territories. Different laws, school systems, football codes. Yet no one's stockpiling missiles at Tasmania. They're Australians first. Now, the moment you start talking about global rules, someone, usually a man named Gary with an eagle avatar, will start screaming, "One world government." It's the ultimate political horror movie, a future of gray jumpsuits, nutrient paste, and Coldplay on a continuous loop. A global megastate that tells you what to think, what to say, how spicy you're allowed to make your food. It's a red herring, a straw man to shut down the conversation. We do not need a single world government to end war. Texas still gets to be Texas. Its own laws, legislature, and inexplicably beloved flag and cowboy hats. No one in Washington is banning frying or mandating kale. The center manages defense, commerce, and prevents Texas from annexing Oklahoma. Globally, France can stay French. Japan keeps its sublime culture and bonkers game shows. Countries keep languages, religions, cuisines, holidays, even bizarre local customs. All we need is one simple thing. A shared set of binding international laws making war illegal and obsolete. A pact that doesn't erase borders, just makes them lines you can't cross with a tank. Think Global Homeowners Association. Paint what you want, but no 10-story spite towers or toxic dumping on the neighbor's lawn. Govern yourselves, provided you don't invade others. Agree on a floor of civilized behavior, not a ceiling on diversity. So how do we enforce these rules? A rule without a consequence is just a suggestion. We all know how well the world listens to suggestions. We strongly suggest you don't commit war crimes. We encourage you to maybe not invade your neighbor. Ah, the UN. A wonderful idea. A place to talk. But with the enforcement power of a strongly worded letter. Right now, any of 5 nations can veto action. United States, United Kingdom, France, China, Russia. Anyone can say nope and everything stops. That's bonkers. It's like a fire department where 5 people can veto putting out a fire. A global peacekeeper needs real authority and real teeth. Imagine a reformed global security body, UN 2.0, with more spine. Primary directive, Prevent and stop interstate wars. No single nation veto. Decisions by supermajority. If a country breaks the peace, swift, automatic, severe consequences. No trade, no travel, no banking, no internet, a digital and economic firewall. One legitimate international force from every nation, deployed to enforce peace, create buffers, protect civilians, disarm aggressors. Resolutions failed for 80 years. It's time to try an actual cure. The most frustrating part is that this isn't science fiction. We can do this now, today. We have the technology, we have the resources, we have the shared understanding. We live in the most interconnected moment in human history. A message crosses the globe in an instant. We can monitor troop movements from space and track funding across the planet. The same tools can power unprecedented cooperation. Our economies are intertwined, our cultures bleed into one another. A crisis in one place hits another. A song from Korea tops charts in Ohio. But our political software is 19th century code in a 21st century world. It's like running VR on a steam engine. We have the moral framework. After 2 world wars, countless genocides, and endless conflicts, humanity is tired. War is a catastrophic failure. It is not glorious or noble. It's disgusting, wasteful, soul-crushing, benefiting a few autocrats and arms dealers. Most people want safety, a roof, a chance to build a better life. We have the blueprint, we have the tools, we have the motive. Peace is an active choice, and it's long overdue.